What really happened to Patty Loveless? Loveless was born Patricia Lee Ramey in Pikeville, KY, in 1957 and spent most of her childhood in nearby Elkhorn City, where her father worked in the coal mines. Her immediate family loved music, and two of her distant cousins later found fame as Loretta, Lynn and Gayle. Unfortunately, her father contracted black lung disease, forcing the family to move from their rural home to Louisville for the sake of convenient medical treatment. Patty found an escape from the culture shock in music, and her father gave her a guitar when she was 11. Soon she was singing and writing songs with her older brother Roger, and the two started performing at local country jamborees. At one such show, the Wilburn brothers caught their act and gave them a standing invitation to Nashville. Roger and a 14-year-old Patty made the trip on a weekend when the Wilburns were out of town, but managed to talk their way into Porter Wagoner's office instead, impressing him with a performance of Patty's original Sounds of Loneliness. Wagoner took Patty under his wing, inviting her to perform with him and Dolly Parton on the weekends. In 1973, after finishing high school, she became a featured vocalist with the Wilburn Brothers Band and also signed with their publishing company. She later married the band's drummer, Terry Loveless, and moved to his hometown near Charlotte, North Carolina, in 1976. There she sang pop, rock, and R&B material with a local cover band for several years and endured bouts with alcoholism and drug use. In the early 80s, she returned home, hired her brother Roger as her manager, and altered the spelling of her married name to Loveless. After traveling to Nashville to record demos of country songs, she landed a publishing deal with a Cuff Rose and moved to Nashville permanently in 1985. She also divorced Loveless around the same time, and her demo tape impressed MCA exec Tony Brown enough that he offered her a contract later that year. With Roger's producer friend Emory Gordy Jr. at the controls, Loveless released her first chart single, Lonely Days, Lonely Nights, and her self-titled debut album in 1986. Late in 1988, she released the follow-up album that made her a star, Honky Tonk Angel. Timber, I Am Falling in Love became her first #1 hit in 1989, and three more singles Blue Side of Town, Don't Toss Us Away, and The Lonely Side of Love reached the top 10 before year's end, by which time Loveless had married producer Gordy. In 1990, the album's fifth single, Chains, became her second #1. Her next album, On Down the Line, came out later that year and brought her two top 5 hits in the title cut and I Am That Kind of Girl. Following 1991's Up Against My Heart and its top 5 hit Hurt Me Bad, Loveless made some major changes in her career. She parted ways with her brother as manager and switched labels to Epic, taking husband Gordy with her as producer. Moreover, she was forced to undergo throat surgery to repair her vocal cords before she was able to complete her label debut. Only What I Feel was released in early 1993 and earned Loveless the best reviews of her career to date, thanks to a newfound level of confidence. The #1 smash Blame It on Your Heart helped the record go platinum, and How Can I Help You Say Goodbye, and You Will also went top 10. The following years When Fallen Angels Fly won equal acclaim, not to mention the CMA's Album of the Year award. It spun off 4 top 10 hits in I Try to Think About Elvis, Halfway Down, You Don't Even Know Who I Am, and Here I Am. Released in 1996, The Trouble with the Truth continued Loveless' renaissance with 2 more #1 smashes, You Can Feel Bad and Lonely Too Long, and the top 5 She Drew a Broken Heart. That year, she won the ACM's Female Vocalist of the Year award. However, 1997's long stretch of Lonesome abruptly halted her commercial momentum. Despite a similar level of consistency, none of its singles made the top 10. Perhaps a shift toward slick country pop played a role in Loveless' sales slump, as 2000's Solid Strong Heart met with a similar fate. In response, Loveless turned away from hitmaking and embraced the acoustic Kentucky bluegrass of her youth, which was enjoying a renaissance of its own thanks to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The result, Mountain Soul, was released in 2001 and earned numerous critical plaudits, also selling decently in spite of its lack of concern for commercialism. Loveless kept that acoustic approach for her 2002 holiday album Bluegrass and White Snow, A Mountain Christmas, and it also informed her proper follow-up, 2003's On Your Way, Home. The ambitious Dream in My Dreams appeared 2 years later, followed by Sleepless Nights in 2008. In 2009, Loveless followed up Mountain Soul with Mountain Soul 2 on the Saguaro Road imprint. Unlike its predecessor, 2 contained classic country, mountain, and bluegrass songs, as well as original material instead of strictly bluegrass tunes.